from a farm in rural California to an 8-fight win streak in the most prestigious fight organization in the world, Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. Fluffy, the nickname coming because he was a fatty boom batty in high school. Weighed 250 pounds, started wrestling, got kicked out because he got bad grades, went to college, dropped out of that. He took some lessons from Kanye West. He said, I'm out of here, and still made it. Joined MMA, fell in love with the sport, loses his dad, 8-fight win streak. The guy dedicates his life to making his deceased dad proud. What a story. And by the way, that farm he grew up in the middle of, he wants to go back there. He's talked about it a lot. He wants to get a ranch. He's already got a ranch. He's already got the property. He's on an 8-fight win streak, 2 losses, 1 no contest. If you saw the no contest, is it a no contest? Because he went in there, knocked the guy out, got busted later for marijuana. Is that really a no contest? Because you beat the guy, and I don't think I consider ibuprofen or marijuana in performance enhancing drugs. Maybe it helps with some pain or calming your nerves, I guess, but there's a big difference between that and, popping for steroids where you're literally stronger, not just spiritually stronger, or whatever you would claim under marijuana. Anyways, he had to hunt down his grand. He's having some issues with the UFC. They said, you want custom shorts, you gotta hunt down your grandparents, find their birth certificates. You can't make this stuff up. He wanted a rooster on his shorts. He wanted to represent Mexico. He wanted a rooster on his shorts, on handmade shorts. UFC said, we don't know if you're Mexican. You're gonna have to prove it. So grandparents found the birth certificates. He was pretty pissed, from my understanding, but he got the rooster. Can you imagine the phone call? Like, you're fighting professionally, you just lost your dad, you gotta prove that you're Mexican. Hey, can you rummage through the attic and find, your birth certificate? 'Cause that's like the family he has, that's the closest family relative to him. His dad's gone. Why do you need us to find our birth certificates? I gotta put a rooster on my shorts, and it's really important to me. Like, what? I can't imagine calling him up for that. Did end up getting the rooster on the custom shorts. Just wanted to bring you a little general information to flush out the identity of Fluffy Hernandez. Pretty cool story. We'll see what happens. He's fighting soon, but if you're seeing this anytime other than in February, his backstory truly is incredible. I mean, he dedicates his life to making his dad proud. His dad dying, lungs collapse. He had some medical issues. The doctor, I think, may have made an error. The lungs collapsed. And he said this in an interview. His dad told him, if I'm ever a vegetable, just pull the plug. This is ridiculous, And that's what he had to do. Can't imagine that kind of pain. He talked about how it's his best friend. I think he said he lost and he realized that he was focusing on money too much, which that's a whole other tangent. He's definitely interested in the money side of it, but he said he's got to, kind of refocus and rededicate his career to his dad, and boy, is he on a tear right now. So we'll see how it all plays out this weekend, and if you're watching in the future and he loses, don't write him off just yet. Guys, if you like UFC documentaries, I've got a lot of documentaries on my other channel, Owen Lee Productions. On this channel, we just talk about MMA, and I talk way too much. I've got too much to say. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you soon.